I'm going to set up a little shape for the background, which is going to be a Lego looking piece like this. Let's warp this to be pretty large. This top layer should not be that big though. I'm going to set this to be background colored on a new color channel right here. You see how it's not visible? That's because it is copying the background color. What I want to do is just decrease the brightness slightly like this. Very minimally, by the way, because this is already a huge difference. Let's give this group 22 and we can link it together. Now, listen to my new copy paste sound. Copy paste. Isn't it just satisfying? Oh my gosh. I personally love it, dude. Now, for every layer that we go up, I'm going to be adding a new group. So let's just keep copy pasting up by half a space and then adding a new group to 24. I should probably be changing the Z order as well. I kind of forgot about that. Let's start this off on B4 and 1. Then the layer behind it is going to be B4 and -1, and then we can go with this layer on -2, just so these kind of go up like this. You see how there is a layer that's going behind the front layer right here. This is kind of difficult to explain because I'm making it all the same color for now, but I'm going to be adding an effect to it, which is going to be completely changing the way the colors come across. I love that copy paste sound, man. It's just so angelic. Copy paste. I don't know how many layers I'm going to go for. What's the front layer on this thing? I kind of didn't check. 22. Let's just keep going so we maybe reach like 31. That should be 10 layers of this thing. We can just drag this into the center of the screen. I'm going to make a pulse that's just going to start off with 22 as a group and just increase its brightness slightly. It's going to be a big fade time, like 0.5 and 1, something like that. For some reason, the duration line isn't showing up. I don't have that enabled. What? That is so unlike me. Let's just copy paste and go up per one group every time so that we're kind of lighting up through each layer that's going through here. And there's no sort of movement on this yet, but we should see the colors kind of go through it. You see? It's kind of desaturated. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan yet, but there's a lot more I have to add to this. So we can copy this entire little effect here by making them spawn and multi-triggered, giving them a group 32, putting one trigger that activates 32 at the start with spawn ordered enabled, and then putting another trigger at the very end where I want it to start looping again with spawn ordered, but making this one part of the loop so that this thing should constantly be looping from the bottom up to the top. So we have this cool little effect.